Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Yesterday was episode 2 of the second season in the Celtic Football Manager self-isolation saved. I asked you all, saved I said there, didn't I? Save, that's what I meant. I asked you all 500 likes and we'll get another episode out today. At time of recording, we're on 496 likes. Yous have basically done it. I am going to be forgiving. I can't talk. I'm so tired, generally. I really am tired. But 496 likes. I'm forgiving of the 4 that we haven't got yet. But today, don't slow down with it. We're going to try and keep this going every day along with other videos on actual Celtic related matters. So if you don't enjoy Football Manager, don't worry. There will be videos this week. But if you want another one, we'll take it down a notch. 400 likes and another one will be up tomorrow. Because you know, it's good. This helps if series branch out to other people. You know, the more likes you get, the more people find it. So 400 likes, another one tomorrow. No doubt about it. But today, very exciting episode. The season begins. The proper domestic premiership season. The 10 in a row campaign begins today. We have managed to get to ourselves to the first game of the season. And oh boy, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I mean, we're at home against Ross County. I want 10 goals at least in this game. So that would be probably a bit of an ask. But I mean, it's possible with the players we have got now. And our performances have been great. Of course, in the last episode, we left off... It was here, yes, of course. We beat Shamrock Rovers 10-2 on aggregate to see ourselves through to the second qualifying round of the Champions League, where we had Sheriff of Moldova. In the first leg, we went over there and won 3-1. I mean, Guri on his debut getting 2 goals, stepping into the sort of role of Edouard just now while he's on Olympic Games duty, which is a pain in the backside, but can't be helped. Ryan Christie also getting his 4th of the campaign. With the elite goal. Then we lost the clean sheet in the 92nd minute, which was annoying. I switched the tactic up and Christopher Ayer forgot how to defend, basically. So that's how his rating... Well, I do like he's actually not got a bad rating. And then in the second leg, we absolutely battered them at Celtic Park, 6-0. Goals from Van de Beek, Geary getting another 2. I mean, this is a man who may or may not give Edouard a lot of competition this season. Inside 2 games already getting 4 goals. Yeah, he looks great. He looks fantastic. I've changed up the roles. Someone said in the last episode, change to advance forward. I kind of agree with it. I've changed it to advance forward. I've also got another tactic that we'll go through as well. But I mean, Geary has been absolutely fantastic. So he got 2 in that game, along with oopsie daisies, and Bolingoli getting what his was a screamer, an absolute beauty from the left back. Lamela getting 1 in Cham in the 90th minute after he came off the bench as well. So 6 goals taking us through, 9-1 on aggregate. Cannot complain whatsoever with that. So we drew Karabag in the next round, which brings me on to what we are doing today. The transfer window is basically over. I won't be making any more signings. We are loaning out Joseph Semenovic, I believe, to Malaga. We'll soon see in this episode. But today we're going to play Ross County and Karabag. This time we're actually at home first for the Champions League qualifiers in the 3rd round. So that'll be very interesting to see. That'll be a good way to go with the episode, I think, to see how we fare against them in Europe, because this is a better team. Champions of Azerbaijan, a little bit more behind them. They've got a lot more talent in their team than the likes of Sheriff and Shamrock Rovers. And then Ross County, of course, 10-0 campaign starts now. Rangers, I don't believe, have made any more signings from what I showed you in the last episode. I think they're still... Oh no, they have. They've made a couple. So they've signed Kieran Dowell on loan from Everton. Never heard of him, but he looks like a decent enough player and a essential attacking midfielder. Only 22 years of age. Diego Rico on loan from Bournemouth, who's a left back. Doesn't look too great. A lot of kind of little buggery stats here and there. Cammy Logan, I don't know who that is. From Hearts, 18 years old. Probably a player for the future. But they've spent money. They've spent £2.5 million on Rodrigo Eli, a Brazilian centre half, who I must say looks shite. Quite frankly, I'm not worried by Rangers signings at all. You compare that to what we have done in our transfer history this season. I mean, that is business right there. That shows intent. £50 million spent there on quality footballers. I believe that 10 in a row should be... I want to go this season undefeated. It's Blackburn who's going to... How did I mix up Malaga and Blackburn? One's in the Costa del Sol and the other's fucking some shit heap in England. Imagine that. You go on your summer holidays. Oh, Malaga. Oh, me, I'm going to Blackburn. Anyway, Semenovich is gone. Not to Malaga, to Blackburn. Anyway, enough wasting time. We're going to get to the first game of the league season. We want to start off with a bang. We want to show 10 in a row will be ours without any form of doubt. We've also offered new contracts. A couple of players. Scott Brown has extended his deal on another 2 years. Someone else. And now Johnny Hayes is a player scout. Yes, I am planning on keeping Johnny Hayes here till the day I leave the club, and then he'll be coming to my next club and the club after that. You know, he'll always be by my side. As Elvis said, you were always on my mind. Johnny Hayes will always be on mine. The other tactic that I meant to show you, very quickly, it's going to be the kind of third choice, but this, I've realised that if Geary plays so well, we'll need to keep him in the team. So I'm going to play him beside Edouard, and we'll go with a kind of 4-2-2-2 formation at points this season, which is very attacking, if you can see it. But we'll go through that whenever we use it. I'll show you it more in depth. For now, we're sticking with the 4-2-3-1. We've actually been offered a very tempting £12.5 million for Mikey Johnson, who he can turn out really good in this game. But I don't intend on using them while I've got a Berriese here and El Yunusi. And £12.5 million is a lot. Do you know what? I'm going to be ambitious. I'm going to ask for 15 up front. If they give me it, I'm taking it. A lot of people will be unhappy with me doing that, but I'm not going to use them, and that's a lot of money for something worth £3.5 million. Right then, it's match day. It's the first match day of the league season. We've got so much talent in this team that it's hard for me to pick a starting 11 to play the first game, but this is what I am going to roll with. The only player I feel bad for leaving, well, I feel bad for two actually, Cham and Christie, both on really good form. But McGregor, Brown and Van de Beek are just so good as well. It's annoying. So they will be on the bench for the first game of the season. We're going to try and give players as much time as possible. But I'm basically going with that strongest 11, apart from the fact that Edouard isn't due back to the 9th of August, another week to go. This is pretty much what I think the best team is. Geary will hopefully get off to a good league start. I'm still waiting for a Berriese to really light it up and do anything on that left hand side. He got an assist in the last game, the 6-0 game, but that's about it. Trust me to get my dinner just as I'm about to start the first game of the episode. But here we go, Ross County, who are setting up with a team that looks a little bit like this. Yeah, no too threatening. I mean, I've got Newell in there, who's a decent player in Football Manager. Is that Stephen Kelly that plays for Rangers? No, Sean Kelly. Ollie Shaw on the bench, but that's not Barry Mackay, is it? Billy Mackay. Of course it's not. What a stupid Blair Spittle. Why did I say it so weird? You know, there's not a lot of talent there. Like, first league game of the season, I would love 10 goals. Somehow, just get 10 goals. I'm just going to be calm, to keep the team calm. It's all over to you now. Have a good one. And then let Big John Kennedy say what he has to say. And, aye, let's do it. Let's show that for whatever reason, we are by far the best team in the country this season. Are we the only people playing today? There's no lot of scores here. It would be odd if it were. I just want highlights, because the games that I was playing off camera, full of highlights, and now that camera's on, they're going to shit themselves. I know it. It's just going to happen. It always happens. It turns out we're not the only games on today. There's a few. There's some goals. Livingston starting well against Dunfermline. They're having a nightmare introduction back to the league. Aberdeen up 1-0 at Kilmarnock. But here we go. Our first highlight of the game. Donny van de Beek has it in the middle of the park. He switches over for Eze, and here he is. I was talking before the game, saying I hope he could light it up and do well. And there's his first goal for Celtic, and it's a cracking goal at that, with a fantastic pass from Van de Beek's passing in this game is honestly, it's unbelievable. It's like, it's Barcelona level passing. But what a ball to Eze, and then it's a cracking finish from him into the far corner. Goalkeeper has to do better. Get down and give it an attempt of saving it. He could have got to it, but I'm not going to complain, because Berriese has put us up 1-0 with his first ever goal for the club. And that'll probably take us nicely into, you know, a lead that we should be able to sustain till half time. If we couldn't, then okay. Because remember, Shamrock Rovers did go up 1-0 against us, so then we only beat them 3-2 at one point, but we're better than that now. Geary through on goal. Oh, what a finish for him as well. McGregor's pass, cutting the Ross County defence into pieces. And Amin Geary gets his first league goal for the club, his 5th in 3 games. He is going to be dangerous, man. Talking about you, look at the touch. Look at how he brings it down from his left to take it onto his right and finish it. That is unbelievable. 2-0. There we go. I mean, I want 10. I'm not going to get 10. We've only had 3 shots in target, but that's a fantastic pass from McGregor linked to that goal. Can't just skip over that. It was a fantastic ball from him, and Geary with the sublime finish, just a little bit like Eze. There's the first half over. We are dominant. Ross County haven't had a single chance. Like, apart from that, it's not been a very good game in all honesty. We are up 2-0 though, so who am I to complain? But passionate, look at it, team look delighted. We'll keep this going for the first 15-20 minutes of the half. And then we'll give it to the 65th. And then we'll start making some changes, bringing on some players like Encham and Christie. Give those guys a run out, they deserve to play. Ball and Golly's ball in, set away. McGregor has space on the edge. He sends it over to Frimpong. Lamela, Frimpong again. Oh, near post. The goalkeeper is having a mare for Ross County today. These are chances I feel like he should definitely be getting to. And he's just not. He's having an absolute horrendous show of ability out there today. And Frimpong, he gets his first goal of the season. The right back, look at that. The goalkeeper just lunges towards it, but doesn't use his hands till the ball's past him. We're 3-0 up. Jeremy Frimpong. This is a real good statement for how Rangers are getting beat. Rangers are losing. Oh my God. I think 10 in a row is going to be much easier than I thought. Oh, Van de Beek's free kick was saved there. I was too busy trying to look at Hearts. It's Hearts. Liam Boyce has done it again. Boyce is doing it again. 1-0. Rangers are going to lose in the opening day of the season. Give us a trophy already. Give us 10 in a row now. I mean, is it too early? I don't know. Maybe. Let's get the bucky out anyway. Right, 3-0. I forgot to make changes. I've just been that. I'm going to bring off Van de Beek despite him playing well, and the same with McGregor. He's playing well too, but they are going to come off. And yeah, that'll do for now. We'll kind of play with that. We'll roll with that for up until like maybe the 85th minute or something. Then we'll bring on Griffiths and play 2 up front for the last 5 or so minutes of the game. Set the ball at the park, and Geary has won that. He's got to, what a blistering bit of pace. Good strike, good save for the keeper. That was really good work from Geary. A lot of determination to go and get that ball. Christie sends a ball in. It is cleared away by Morris. It's over to, well, Scott Brown. He's collected it well. Gives it to Encham. I'm surprised no one has dropped into that space on the right hand side. That would be useful there. That would have been very useful. We could have got a ball out of the box. Now we have Frimpong. Can we get a goal from it? No, we can't. Ball's cleared away. But we're still going. I feel like I have to talk so fast when I do this. Honestly, you don't realise how much flies by in the space of seconds. Like, you'd think that, you know, I don't even know where I was going to go with that. I was going to get really weird. Geary sends the ball in. And do I just see out the game now? Get another goal though. I would like another goal. Ball and Golly. Ball over. Ball in. Then Cham collects it on the outside. Strikes. Swerves wide of the goal. I think it was going over the bar anyway. Last couple of minutes of the game. Let's just launch Lee Griffiths on for Eric Lamela, and we'll play Christie off that right hand side. It's only for a couple of minutes anyway. If we can get a goal in stoppage time, that would be lovely, but I don't think we will. I think that'll do it. It has done it. Celtic 3, Ross County 0. 3 goals all coming quite earlier on in the game. I wish we got more, but look at the stats. Utter domination. Man of the match, I believe, was Jeremy Frimpong. It was Frimpong, and that is a fantastic way to start our league season. I don't think there can be any complaints there. The question is, did Rangers lose in the end? Harfield scored in the 86th minute. They got a point, but well, not even. Oh, Big Dave, your team had a mare. Oh God, even Effie Ambrose scored. Oh Jesus, Dave. Livingston 5 and Fairmont 0. Right, so I mean now there's not much else to do but go and play the match against Karabag in the Champions League. See if we get a decent result. Hopefully that takes us through to the next round of the Champions League, which would be the playoff round, the big baddie round. And then after that, it's just kind of, you know, end up the episode, and then next we'll decide what point we're going to start the next episode at. Anything that you want to add towards it. A lot of people have been telling me who to sign in the comments below. Like, we don't really have much money. Like, I mean, now that Johnson's leaving, we might have a little bit of money. Oh, actually, a wee bit of wage debt. Let's just get rid of that. There we go. Not got anything. But if Johnson leaves, we'll have a wee bit of money. They're in the offer, and they've offered 15 million. Look, people may not agree with me, but 15 million for somebody worth 3.5 million, whose potential isn't even touching 4 stars, baby. I know he can be good in this if you give him the time, but he's not going to get the time at me. Why would I turn down £15 million? I'm going to accept the deal. If you want me to sign anybody, say, but I don't feel like we need anyone now. I really do appreciate everybody trying to get involved. But maybe wait till January or something and we'll see if we'll sign anybody. We should maybe just put this money to the side now from Mikey Johnson and Kwasi Abui's away on loan. Alright, a big draw here. If we beat Karabag, we'll be finding out who we're playing in the playoff round, the last qualifying round of the Champions League. So this is quite a decent draw. You know, I mean, I don't think we'll get that hard anyway. We could have Copenhagen though. I think, or we can't get Salzburg, I'm sure. Can we? No, we can't. But we're going to be getting Copenhagen or Dynamo Brest. So, I mean, a team who we know very well from this season in Europe. That's a tough game. I'm going to assume that they will beat Dynamo Brest, who are the champions of Belarus. I'm going to assume. That's going to be tough. If we get past Karabag, of course. Right, okay, it's match day time. For the Karabag match, I am probably going to make a couple of changes. I'm going to go very attacking. I'm going to play 2 up front in this game. I'm going to bring Griffiths in to start. I'm also going to start Cham in the game, and I'm going to start Christie on the right-hand side. El Yunusi is going to come in on the left, and Abdel Ahmed's going to start on the right. That's quite a lot of change. Do you know what? Actually, Greg Taylor as well. Granted, all these players that I have taken out the team are on form, but I want to give as many players a chance at the start of the season to kind of get to know what they're up to as quickly as possible. I'm going to bring Karamoko Dembele onto the bench as well. Mikey Johnson, who will be leaving by the looks of it, will stay there. I'm going to actually put... No, I can't put Lamela. Lamela's been playing well. That's the team. That's what's going to... We're going to be going with a 4-2-2-2 in this game. Or the 4-2-4 if you want. It's more like that probably. Because it's very, very attacking. So I'm going for goals here. I want to get the tie, the whole leg thing out the way. I just want to get us through as many goals as possible to take away from home. There's the Karabag side. Once again, as usual when it comes to these sides, I know no one, and I'm not even going to bother pronouncing half the names here because it's not my strong point. I mean, Ismailyov, I guess... I want to be a commentator, man. I would be hopeless. Right, anyway, let's get into the game. Once again, I'm going to be calm, just to keep the players calm. Let's just keep the good run going. Okay, they're not really bothered. Fraser Foster's the only one motivated. Nice. Really good. Okay. That should do it, though. I think this is a team that is more than capable. Yes, we've made a lot of changes here from the game, from the players who started the game at the weekend. But it's a team that's very, very good still. And there we go. Hatem Abdel Ahmed. Injured already, tight hamstring, he can play through it. Is it worth the risk? I mean, we know that he is a bit injury prone in real life. I'm not going to chance it. I'm going to take him off very early on in the game and bring on Frimpong, because if he say tore his hamstring, then yeah, he'll be out for months. And Minitspiller's gone now, of course. So he had a good season last year. Christie moving forward puts it over the bar. Not actually checked what Minitspiller's up to now, because I wanted to bring him back because he played really well. But I wasn't paying the money that Stoke wanted. There was absolutely no chance as Agazada goes forward for... Oh, God, here's a chance. Oh, it's offside. Thank God almighty. Bless yourself. Celtic 0. Karabag 1 almost. They played it really over the top. I mean, who's this? Is that Ayer? Yeah, Ayer's playing him on... Ayer has a nightmare in these European qualifiers. I'm telling you. I feel every round he's been absolutely hopeless. They just played him on... Well, nearly played him on side. It was this close as Karabag moved forward again. Maybe the 4-2-4 wasn't the right way to go. Maybe we should have just stuck with the 4-2-3-1, but we know. This is the first game I've actually used this tactic. I've used it for like, and altogether about half an hour of football. So maybe it was a bit risky going with this, but I feel like we're good enough. Greg Taylor, he's moving forward. Gives it to Lavi and Cham, who switches it over. Christie has to catch it before it goes out, and he does somehow, but Jokic comes in. Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets. He comes in and sweeps up the ball. Not very good at clearing it though, because we've picked up the middle, and Cham over for Greg Taylor. Can he get a ball in the mix? He can. Christie's there. Come on, 1-0. I mean, yeah, I'm talking about how it was maybe a risk. Look at the stats, man. Look at them. We're absolutely pounding the bastards. And Christie gets his 5th goal of the season. The Greg Taylor and Ball and Golly is perhaps the biggest headache I have in this team, because both of them have been absolutely great every time they play. They get assists for fun. So it's going to be difficult to really pick between the two, but a good assist there from Greg Taylor, and we are up 1-0 against Karabag. I mean, the more goals the merrier. Let's just get as many as humanly possible. Scott Brown has the ball. He's going to switch over for Mohamed El Yunusi. There we go. El Yunusi's put it in the back. That was a terrific finish, and an even better pass from Brunei, the captain, Scott Brown, with a terrific ball over, and Moyes there. Look at this. Look at this from Brown. I think it's like a one-touch pass. Look, bang, bang, bang. Okay, 5. Okay, 5 touches. But look at that. Touch from El Yunusi, kills the ball and brings it down, shoots on his right foot. puts it past the goalkeeper with ease. And look, there's so many players in this team that are going to be it's got to be so saddening to drop them at times, and it's got to be so difficult to balance a happiness and playing time amongst all players, because even El Yunus is scoring goals. So between him and the £17 million I've spent on Eze, it's going to be really difficult. But we're up 2-0 at half time. We're absolutely dominating the game. 17 shots, only 6 of them on target though, and they've only had one shot. It wasn't a target, although they have scored, remember, it was chopped off, but they have scored. I'm going to say I'm very pleased, because I am very pleased. I'm not going to make any changes at half time. I probably will switch it up to the 4-2-3-1. It doesn't seem to be locking with Griffiths and Geary just now. I think it'll be more effective. Oh wait, we've got a corner. Holding. Oh, it's at the bar. I think it'll be much more effective when we have Edouard and Geary up front. I think it really suits them with 2 advanced forwards that, just with the pace and everything they possess. I'm not saying Griffiths hasn't got pace, but those two just, they ooze the kind of style this tactic I think needs. Plus the French connection always works, doesn't it? We've seen Dembele and Edouard, ball in from Celtic, doesn't go far. It's Olivier Cham to recover it, and it's a good shot, but a really strong save from the keeper. Must have took some strong hands to keep that out, because it looked as though there was a bit of vindication behind that from Olivier Cham. It's a good ball, and Geary's header goes way over, who I would love to see continue scoring form in this game. So I'm going to change it up now. I'm going to play the 4-2-3-1. Griffiths is going to come off. We'll move Christie into that middle area of the park. I'm going to bring on Karamoko Dembele rather than Lamela. We'll give Lamela a rest in this game, and the final sub will leave for another 10 or so minutes. I think it'll be Donny van de Beek who will come into the game. But we're going to the 4-2-3-1, so let's hope we still go really attacking. We've got a free kick. Oh no, they've got a free kick, sorry, I thought it was us. I was getting excited there. Dembele has came on, who did score against Shamrock Rovers in the last episode, of course, if you remember. An absolute belter of a strike. 2-0 up. I mean, yeah, not going to complain. I'm going to bring on Van de Beek for Griffiths now. Sorry, not Griffiths, Christie. I think that's a sensible substitution. I'm going to just try and encourage them to get one more, because I would like to score more than 2 goals in the home leg. I feel like that makes it still up for grabs for Karabag if it's only 2-0, so another goal would be nice, but to concede would be a nightmare. So please get the ball off that Gerrard there. Van de Beek, fantastic, great stuff from him. Sameen Guri moving forward, he's took it past Sigurdsson somehow. Fantastic work from the young man. Ball in for Van de Beek, he's brought down, it is a penalty, and Olivier Cham is going to step up to hopefully secure us a place in the playoff round of the Champions League, because 3-0 should not be overturned. And Cham steps up, and Cham scores. God bless. 3-0. Celtic should be through. We should be through to the next round of the Champions League qualifiers. Van de Beek really did do a fantastic job and help create that goal from start to finish there. And that's it, full time. 3-0. Absolute, entire, utter domination from us. I'm very happy with that performance. This season is going to be one big pile of fun. So that does it then for this episode of the Celtic Football Manager. In the next episode, I'll probably join you. I don't know. It's hard to tell, because obviously I don't know the dates yet for the next round of the Champions League. So I imagine it'll be somewhere around Dunfermline, Kilmarnock time, maybe Kilmarnock. I think we'll play it off camera, Hibs, Karabag, and then St Mirren in the Betfred Cup, and then after that I should be with you for the playoff round. We'll see if we get to the group stages, do the group stage draw and such for either Europa or Champions League. We'll be around that kind of time period. People were saying the last season, like, speed it up a little. I don't know. Do you like the pace we go at? Would you like it to be faster or slower? Let me know. But that's it. If you know what to do, if you have enjoyed, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. Blah 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 blah. See you all next time.